Don't just stand there. Are you in or out?
Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sal and welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, I want to go ahead and talk about something that is really starting to get under my skin the more and more I think about it, and basically has to do with some of the changes that have come to the black market within Black Ops 4. So in a couple of videos ago, I went ahead and covered all of the different changes that are coming to Black Ops 4 with Operation Grand Heist, basically talking about all the new content that's coming to the game that has to do with Blackout, multiplayer, and zombies. But like I said, that wasn't the only set of content or changes that were coming to the game with Operation Grand Heist. There were a couple of different changes that have come to the black market, and some of these changes include things like the inventory tab, where you can go ahead and see all the items that you have earned from reserve drops. Then you also have a my deals section within the black market, but then you have these new things called cases or reserve cases. In other words, supply drops. So yes, you guys, supply drops are back here in Black Ops 4, and let me tell you guys something. This is what's really starting to bother me. A lot of different cool things are actually coming to the game along with Operation Grand Heist that I once again covered about in my previous video, and these things basically include stuff like Vacation Hudson, which is just normal Hudson but in a vacational shirt with a tie on. You also have KN57 and Outlaw Mastercraft variants, signature weapons, and a lot of different cool things like future Blackout characters to be added and all that kind of stuff. But all of those things that I just listed to you guys are gonna be put into reserve drops, and reserve drops are no longer attainable after you complete the first 100 tiers within the supply stream, within the contraband section of the black market. This is also another thing that's really starting to bother me, because what if a player completes all 100 tiers of Operation Grand Heist? They don't get to earn anything at all, and on top of that, the only way you can earn reserves now is this little meter that's within your black market, sort of like how the tier system works in the sense that it's time-based. Except people are saying that it takes way more longer to earn these reserve cases than to get a tier within the black market. For example, in the black market, it still takes about an hour to get a tier completed within the supply stream, but now for these reserve cases, it seems like it's taking 2 hours for certain people to earn some of these cases. And there are no challenges within the game like how it was in World War II, where we can get weekly challenges or daily challenges that allow us to maybe earn up to a supply drop or a reserve drop, or get maybe like 5 reserve drops for completing a weekly challenge. There's nothing like that. You can only earn these reserve drops or reserve cases by either playing the game for like 2 hours to earn one, or you can spend 200 COD points to get these reserve cases and be able to unlock certain items that are locked behind these cases. And that is a terrible, terrible, terrible system. The only slight good thing about this new quote supply drop system is that whenever you get your third duplicate in a row, it re-rolls that third duplicate and gives you another item that's guaranteed from the reserve drops that you haven't had already. So that's one thing that makes it slightly better than something like Black Ops 3's supply drop system, but it's pretty much the same thing. And honestly, the people at Treyarch or Activision, whoever's listening, we didn't say that we wanted more content in the sense that you're going to be putting them behind a paywall or some sort of system that basically makes it seem like it's more worth paying to get these items than playing the game. That's not what we wanted. The game is already dry enough. You're already getting enough criticisms from people that this game is not living up to its expectations in terms of, bringing content to the players. And now that you're finally going ahead and doing that, you're putting them behind reserve drops. What is even going on over there? Who's calling the shots? Because I don't know, whoever it is, they need to get in line with the community again, because they're so out of touch with the people who actually play this game. It's downright ridiculous. You have free-to-play games such as Fortnite and, even Apex Legends, who are putting a price tag on some of the items that they know their player base would want, and they're getting a pass for it because they're a free-to-play game. Those are free-to-play games. Black Ops 4 is basically at this point created itself in a way where it could be a free-to-play game, except guess what? It's not. It's still $60. You still gotta pay $50 for the season pass, which by the way should be something that shouldn't even exist anymore. We're in 2019. Season passes are the old thing. We have microtransactions taking over the gaming community, not just Call of Duty, the gaming community, and yet we still have seasonal passes that don't provide anything to the player and causes the player to have to pay 50 extra bucks if they want to get certain items that come with that season pass. We don't even have DLC packs in this game anymore that we can individually purchase. We have to either buy the Black Ops pass or have nothing at all. So with something like that already being a thing from day one in the game, and then combining it with what's happening right now, this is just downright ridiculous. This is literally treating the consumer so poorly, because what if somebody actually wanted to pay $100 to get through the 100 tiers? Are you telling me that after they complete those 100 tiers or buy the 100 tiers, they can't earn anything anymore, and that the only way they can earn these reserve cases are the same way that someone sitting under 100 tiers would also be earning reserve drops? Why is that even a thing? How come developers who make Call of Duty titles do not understand the concept of rewarding players? In Black Ops 4, and also even in a game like World War II in the beginning of its life cycle, anybody who ranked up through anything, whether it's the level system within multiplayer, or the tier system here in Black Ops 4, or even the blackout progression in terms of echelons and how we earn them, and having a prestige system there. Why is it that we don't get these things from day one of the game? We need to have proper reward systems. If somebody spent $100 or grinded their way to get to 100 tiers faster than almost everyone else in the player base would, they don't get anything after that and basically get rewarded the same way as someone who didn't even pick up the game for after like 30 days and so happened to open it up one day and Operation Grand Heist is going on? No, that is downright ridiculous. On top of that, you guys, when it comes down to these reserve drops, they are oversaturated with so many different things that cause you to have a much less chance of getting the item you want. Sort of like how supply drops were back in Black Ops 3. I mean, I saw some people opening up a couple of reserve cases in a couple of different videos, and I saw that sometimes whenever they got camos, it was only for a specific weapon. That means you have to keep getting that same camo over and over again for different weapons for you to be able to eventually use it on any weapon you want. And imagine if that's the case with one weapon camo, how many more weapon camos there are that are like that. And on top of that, we have different items that are getting added in that people actually want, and then there's going to be more content coming up every single week for it and all that kind of stuff. Basically, there's going to be so many different items within these reserve cases that the chance of you getting like a Vacation Hudson or a mastercraft version of the KN57, you're not going to find them, or it's going to be like a 1 in a million chance to get the item that you actually want. And that's going right back to what we were having to deal with in Black Ops 3. I thought Black Ops 4 is supposed to be an improvement from Black Ops 3. I thought that maybe we're supposed to move forward with this kind of stuff, not go backwards. This is combining like the tier system with the supply drop system, so now we have two different systems. One that has its flaws in the sense that you gotta wait for a long time to get the stuff you want from the tiers in order to actually enjoy them, and by the time you do, just by playing the game, the hype has either died out for them or your interest has been lost, and now we have a supply drop system where you're really excited to get something, but with the amount of stuff that's available within these reserve cases, you're probably not going to get what you want. I really don't understand. At this point, I feel like I am repeating myself, which I apologize for, but I really need to get this off my chest because it is bothering. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I love Black Ops 4. In terms of gameplay perspective, though, I love Call of Duty. I've been with it ever since Modern Warfare 2 in 2009, but I gotta call it like it is. I can't sit here and say that this is a wonderful system because it's not. If anything, I thought these reserve cases that were getting added into the game was going to be a cool thing because they were going to be an additional way to earn reserves. An additional way. Just like how I said in the Treyarch blog post. I thought maybe that after tier 100, we will still get to earn our reserve cases, just like how we did with Operation Absolute Zero, and that these reserve cases that's within the Blackjack shop or wherever it is in the black market, basically where you can go ahead and directly open it or purchase it, that was going to be there alongside with the reserve cases in the tiers. So that even if you wanted to go ahead and earn these reserves before hitting tier 100, that players can do so. That's what I thought. I really thought that that's what it's going to be like, but I didn't know they were going to just go ahead and take all the tiers from 101 and after and get rid of them and have nothing there. If anything, I feel like players would be okay with the fact that these reserve cases can be directly bought or earned by playing the game if we also have the reserves in the tiers alongside with this new feature. But I feel like what's happening right now is people at Activision are probably thinking, well, if we go ahead and add new weapons in the tier system but keep all these cool cosmetic stuff in the reserves, that people won't complain as much because at least they'll still have access to the weapons or the new DLC weapons in this case. Which in a way I'm glad that they did, because it would even be worse if they went ahead and put these new DLC weapons behind reserve cases. That would just be completely detrimental to the game, and you might as well say bye to Black Ops 4 at that point because no one's going to want to play it anymore if they ever did something like that. But still, you're taking the majority of the content that people are looking for in a game that's been dry for so long and putting it behind a ridiculous system. That is why people are upset. If anything, my suggestion to this and my constructive criticism that I want to give to this is bring back at least the reserves from tier 101 and after. If you're going to have this reserve system, fine, have it, but have an additional way for us to also earn them through the tiers like we all expected to. That's all I'm asking for. And honestly, there needs to be better reward systems for players who have grinded the game out. They deserve way more than they're getting right now. I don't know, you guys. Overall, Operation Grand Heist is bringing a lot of content, but the way that once again they're handling it, it's not looking good for Black Ops 4. It really isn't. From a gameplay perspective, I'm still enjoying the game. I'll still make videos about the game, but in terms of microtransactions and the way they work, I'm highly disappointed. Hopefully, they can make some appropriate changes to fix the situation. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm sorry if I sounded sounded pretty negative in this video, but I needed to call it like it is, like I said, and I want to hear your thoughts about this situation as well. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Links will always be in the description below. And I'll go ahead and talk to you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye.